Hello and welcome to another Rebel College League season. I'm Zinj, and it's another season of the College League. This time I'm mentoring HajdukSplit and the Chaos team that we'll see here. So it's week 1, first match. There's probably lots and lots to go over, which is always fun. I guess I'll just jump straight into it. Okay, so with Chaos versus a Necro team, both completely fresh, which makes things somewhat interesting. No skills at all for the Chaos. What did we get there? I chose to kick, fantastic. And the Great Beyond, get the Fan Factor, and it is nice. Okay, so normally I'd have a little look at the teams. Not much to say though, so, 4 Chaos Warriors, 3 rerolls, very standard, nice, reliable build. And the Necro team, for also completely standard, 2 Wolves, 2 rerolls, no Ghoul. So they'll be carrying on a Wolf. So unusually, the Whites will probably be the primary blitzers. And before we get started, it's Pitch Invasion. Bad news. Came off a little bit worse there. One thing I feel like I should talk about is I actually don't like the pretty standard Protect 5 defense. Oh, wow. Wow, starting with a double skull to start the match down to 1 reroll. That is unlucky. But, yeah, should be using your block. So, I will go over starting setups after this match, so I can actually show a bit of what I'm going to talk about. Now, having the players split up is nice, but I think if you're going to split them up, you might as well have them like fully far apart with the 2 spaces in between. That means they need more players on the line to get these 2 direct blocks in, and it wouldn't protect quite as well against a blitz. So if we're going to do this, you might as well fully split them up, I think. Unless you're protecting against a 1-turn defense, offense. Otherwise, just go for the 3 in the middle, which isn't too bad. Okay. But yeah, nothing you can do against a pitch invasion. The Fame does affect it, I think. So yeah, we're seeing a blitz from the Whites. That reroll, that double skull really hurt. Yeah, he had to reroll that first action. That was just disastrous. We're gonna see a foul. Oh, the Wolf got stunned too. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, that is a terrible, terrible turn 1. And it goes out too. Oh, this is amazing. Okay, maybe a little bit lucky in the end. That ball could have gone anywhere up here, which would have just been absolutely insane. I mean, as it is, you should probably try and get that ball. Yeah, I think I would go for the ball there. You've got both Wolves on the floor. They are very fast. But yeah, I'll be looking at this Beastman coming and blitzing this zombie out of the way. So you'd have to mark up somebody here. Blitz the zombie, and if you get a knockdown, you can go and pick up the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, double GFI. I think it's worth it. Like, if you get it, you can knock this zombie down here. I'd probably also double GFI this Beastman to then mark the 2 up on the ground. And despite other stuff that I've said, I'd be going quite heavy for the basing because these guys are too far away. The golems marked up so they're slow. Yeah, this is a really interesting start, actually, to have this sort of elf play available. So, if you do manage to base up all these guys, maybe put a warrior in here. In the pitch invasion really hurts for this. It really changes things. But there's a way to, potentially pick up the ball, and it'd be quite difficult for them to get it back. and make any for progress. So that's something to look at. If we're not going for that, then what? In terms of maximizing blocks, I think I'd be looking at blitzing the white here, seeing as they're the most valuable players to remove actually. So one of these beastmen to blitz the white from here, and then that gives you another 2 die here. Probably being a player in here, maybe the warrior to get a 2 die on the golem. And basically leave it at that. So that's what I'm looking at, because we've got these 2 players based, and we can get a block from each of them, as well as using the blitz. So that's what I'd be looking at. But that's such a sort of crazy turn 1 for the ball, for both wolves to be on the floor. I'd be trying to make some use out of that by, trying to get this player onto it. It's not super likely, you need to make the blitz here, you need to get the knockdown to keep going. I don't know if I'd risk the dodge, but I'm thinking about it. And then you've got these 2 players to mark up others with. So yeah, I've talked about that. Okay, yeah, we're seeing the warrior come in. Where's the blitz? This guy. The knockdown is nice. Oh, the armor break is fantastic because, otherwise they're a bit of a problem with flesh golems. The stand firm is really good. Stand firm is a fantastic skill that people don't appreciate. And it could have kept all these players tied up for quite a while. That's nice. Now, because we knocked him down, I would have put him here actually, so that he's basing this player. So that you can't just, move away at will. He'd have to blitz or dodge. So yeah, with the knockdown there, I would have put him here. If it was just a push, I would have left him there. But yeah, the knockdown keeps him tied up on this player, just reduces their options. I mean, especially with the ball here. Okay, it's a stun. Maybe it doesn't matter as much, but these are the decisions that we're looking at. I think I might have done the GFI there as well. Just because then all these guys are tied up and he's just got the 2 wolves. This one's sort of out of range. This one's also on the floor, so that'll be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's not getting very far and he's not going to get very safe. So yeah, while most of the time I'm going to say don't do GFIs. It's a very easy trap to fall into, is doing too many GFIs. In this case, I think I would have done just because of the fact the ball's on the floor. It's such a weird situation, really. And then all these players are tied up, and these are actually 2, so they're probably not dodging away. I feel like this golem should have come back here to protect the ball a bit. Now looks like we're going for the surf, but that's a bunch of GFIs. That's the last reroll already on a snake. That is just disastrous. That is terrible. that is so bad. Okay, do we have any players free? We've got these guys free. That's nice. Okay, we got those guys free. Because you definitely want to be going for that ball now. You could bring a player out here, block this zombie with him, and if you get knocked down, then this beastman's free. To come down here, maybe even blitz the wall first. You definitely want to leave him standing here and being difficult. There is the counter serve that looks like your opponent will go for, but it depends how this ball situation ends up. First thing to do is pick these guys up because they're not going very far. So This is a warrior, so I think I'd stand him there just in case he gets any ideas about giving him the ball somehow and then running away. Then you'd be in trouble. Oh, your opponent's had terrible luck. Yeah, that would be fair to say. I think I would stand up this beastman against just a zombie, despite I've talked about trying to minimise the blocks that you're taking. And then what have we got in here? I think he's just going to stand there. Keep these guys here. So yeah, if I was taking this turn first, he comes in here. This guy stands up, maybe just moves here, just to sort of cover this area a bit. This guy comes down here, or here. It's all about these two beastmen and the ball, and basically these two being free in this warrior. So you could, if the player comes in here, take 2 die, get knocked down, you could blitz the wolf and double GFI onto the ball, which is quite a lot. Maybe doesn't get you much. Probably better the other way around, where you go for the pickup and the blitz, and then hit the wolf. And then that way with this guy here, just this zombie, he probably takes the 1 die. That would make sense to get the wolf free. But you know, if you get like a knockdown and a break, you are in a fantastic place. I mean, alternatively, if you bring the player around, you don't get the knockdown, then this becomes your blitz. You blitz the zombie off and go and pick up the ball and make him get it back from you. Okay, looks like we're doing that, but I guess this is fine. I was kind of worried about the push direction if this was to take the block here. It just gives you more options if it's there. I think it's better if it's there, but maybe it doesn't actually matter. Him coming around is nice. You can start taking, you can take that block there now. So I did talk about a buddy system that looks like we're going for, which is nice. But the wolves are not going to blitz against these players right now. So I'd actually worry about this white being free. Oh, that's nice. We get the 2 die. Take the 2 die that I was pointing at. And we get this beastman free. That's really good. So that is the safer move first. Can't complain. Definitely wanted to follow up there. Definitely should have followed up. So I'm giving very conflicting advice in saying, you know, don't you want to minimize the blocks that you're taking in revenge. But in this situation where you actually have the good chance of getting the ball, it becomes more about actually then that is when you base up your opponent. You know, you follow up here. It ties up both the white and this zombie, and maybe he has to stand up the white to block the zombie, or he can block with this zombie, and you know, it's more nice. But as it is now, these players are free, which is bad for trying to sneak the ball out of here. Okay, so we went for the blitz on the wolf, and hopefully then the pickup. Oh no, we should have gone for the pickup. Yeah, I mean, especially over the 1 die, you go for the pickup. If you fail the GFI, you reroll it. But if you fail the pickup, maybe you don't reroll it, but your opponent's out of rerolls already, which is crazy. Yeah, well, I think we should have picked the ball up there. So now we've followed up, but there's only this one beastman marking these 3 or 4 players, so we can easily block him away and free the others up, which is just a little bit worse, I think, than if he stayed there and they all just stayed there and this guy followed up. So he's going to serve him. And this is why I wanted to pick the ball up. It forces him to then blitz the ball carrier. As it is, he might just be trying to pick up here. He really wants this serve. So that was nothing. That was a KO. Did he just stand up and stay there? It really feels like we're not respecting the ball on both sides here. Okay, that's a bit better. I feel like you might as well try to pick up. No, we're not. Not doing that. Okay, yeah, this is a lot trickier to make something out of now. But I like this, getting another beastman around for, you know, pressure. That I like a lot. The two warriors on the flesh golem is not great, because with his stand firm he can potentially keep them both tied up for a while, so if one of them gets knocked down, I would move the other one. Whereas this guy, with just the beastman, I'd probably just leave him alone, let him block him. Try and keep those two staying there, and then do what else we can deal with. I mean, this guy could come round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. GFI onto the ball would be nice. And then you could do a standing blitz on this wolf, get him there. And whether it's a push or a knockdown, you've only got 2 players basing the ball, and you can bring more in, or do more marking. So from this position, I think I'd just be trying to scrap over the ball the same way that he is, where we're just trying to get tackle zones onto the ball. At the same time as trying to lock the important players down, which is basically the 2 whites. So I would put a warrior on each white because they are strength 4. So I'd probably put this warrior here. I wouldn't put him here because this flesh golem gets 2 die and then gets to base the warrior. So I think there is better, even though you've got all these players here. And then you bring this beastman around to here to stop the sort of easy 2 die on the Chaos Warrior. So that's what I'm looking at. Well, we're maximising blocks, so I can't complain. Yeah, I think basing him with a warrior is definitely the right call. I suppose this is fine too, actually. And it does mean that if this zombie stands up, this zombie can block him with 2 dice and push him into there. Oh, not as good, and this 1 die is the best we can manage otherwise, so that's quite nice. The knockdown is good. I'm trying to decide if it was worth trying the pickup. It might have been. I think I'd try the pickup, and if you don't get it, you know, it scatters somewhere, it's still in the tackle zone, it leaves you based. But you're 50-50 to get the ball, and if you do get the ball, at that point then I would go for the dodge down here, and reroll a dodge, obviously. Maybe even GFI, if I start the reroll. But this is something else that you see something happen quite a bit in College League, where people are a bit hesitant to go for the pickup if it's in tackle zones, because it's going to cause a turnover, but that was the end of your turn anyway, and the risk to reward of picking up the ball is really big in that, you know, at the end of the turn. If the turnover doesn't matter, then having the ball is just so much better than starting next to it. Because, well, for one reason, he's got no rerolls, so any 1 in 9, seeing as these guys are based, from whoever blocks or blitzes him, probably hands you the game. So yeah, I think in this situation, I would definitely try the pickup. So yeah, that 2 die comes in there, which gets the white free. This is a little risky. He should have now blitzed. the beastman with the white. With no rerolls, everything that's not a block blitz is kind of scary. But we're getting away with it. I mean, he possibly should have even scattered the ball there. Because if any of these free players catch it, that's, you know, it's a free pickup. And if they don't, it just goes somewhere around here. It doesn't really matter. So that's one more for your opponent, Teep there. He was expecting the pickup's going to work. He does get a very nice scatter for him. Okay, what can we do with that? Let's see. Not a huge amount. The flash golems are really coming to their own now by tying up all these players. To some extent, I mean, yeah, this guy gets to die block here. But if it's just pushes, he's tied up too. Trying to decide what to do here. I think I will try and blitz this beastman through to be around here, then just stand him up, and I'm hoping my opponent to fail a block or blitz without block at this point. So he stands up. You try this, and if he becomes free, you go and stand him on the wolf, and then you get to trap the wolf against the sideline. That'd be quite nice. But other than that, not much. There's not a lot happening now. That is nice. But flash golems are really good, it turns out. Yeah, he stands there. He gets to hit the wolf, he gets to push him back. You definitely want to trap him against the sideline there, perfect. You might as well stand up now. That's nice. Yeah, I like that. Maybe might as well have followed up there. Oh, we got the one die again. Stun really helps. This time it isn't really worth the pickup though. You know, dodge, pickup 5+. I don't think that's worth it. This 3+, probably maybe worth it. I mean, zombies are very much the meat shields of the Necro team. They are just there to soak up blocks and cause you to fail blocks, basically. Anyway, let's see what the opponent does. Feels like lots of powers being rolled in this game. And he really should be using the whites above anyone else. I mean, he should probably just stand up even if he's not going to block this guy. But you should definitely take this block first. And that's why. He's in big trouble if any blocks fail, but that's not going to happen, is it? So yeah, the wolf gets to block himself free. He does. Okay, then we have a skull. Okay, we could probably do something here. Okay, so at this point in the half, the drive, the priority now is making sure your opponent doesn't score. So that is basically trying to keep track of his agility players, the white here. Let me get rid of that turn 5. The white, this wolf's on the floor. So he stands up. He is kind of blocking him. But you want this player around, I think. I think he should come and stand here actually and mark this white, seeing as he's not marked anymore. And then he takes the block at some point, and if that fails, if that's a turnover, you have to re-roll that one. You can't risk this guy being free from a failed block. So maybe you don't even take the block, but I would take it. Because it's a 1 in 9, you know, re-rolled into a 1 in 81, so that's really good odds. As long as you still have the re-roll. Okay, so he blocks him later on, he moves in here, which leaves these two players to do something about the ball. What I think I'd do is, it's a bit of a Hail Mary. Now we come and slot this player in here, and then blitz with him, and push him onto the ball. And if the ball scatters this way, maybe you catch it, maybe he catches it, maybe it bounces off the wolf, and comes down here if that happens. You take the dodge then. It's time to start using those rerolls and try and get a score out of this, which could happen. Past that, there's not a lot going on up here. So he might as well just stand up, I think. So yeah, coming into this match, I was saying don't give up blocks, and now all the advice I've given is like base everybody up. But it's about not letting them move. Okay, this is nice, you know. This is stopping the score, which I did say was the important thing. I would scatter the ball there. Mostly because we have the rerolls, and because you actually have agility in Chaos. You know, if the ball comes this way, this guy can dodge and try and pick it up. It's probably worth taking at this point. That helps a bit there. So yeah, you might as well take this one for sure. Oh, definitely should have followed up there though. That could have cost the match or the drive. It just needs like a lucky block or bounce or scatter from this ball somewhere, and someone grabs it, chucks it over to him, and he just runs away, and you can't stop him. Yeah, it's totally counter to all the advice I gave before the match, so I can't complain. But also been being strength 4 against the strength 3. Massively so in college. People aren't going to want to take uphill red die blocks, even though it's not so bad if you have block against no block. It isn't so bad. Yeah, I would have followed up, because this guy being free and open, when he's, you know, still halfway through the half, well, mostly, he's got 3 turns to score in, basically. He can run to there. This player could just about reach him, but if he gets a lucky knockdown, you have no real options, because he'll get blocked that way. This guy be too slow then. So that's a danger. I don't think it's going to matter, but that's one thing to know about. Really doesn't like using blog. I think your opponent should have actually moved the white up a little bit, left him as a pretty hopeful scoring threat. Makes sense to set up this 2 die into 1 die from the wolf. The claw against the AV9 is quite nice. And it works. It works very well indeed. There's claw with the perfect roll it needs into the perfect injury. And he's badly hurt, so he's fine. Okay, this turn. It's a bit more difficult now, isn't it? We're very struggling to make something of this ball now. So I guess what really matters now is just making sure your opponent doesn't score, and that's just these 3 players who are basically in position to potentially score. So he comes and stands here on this white. This is the blitz target. Maybe with him actually, so you can push him this way. And then you can just stand on the wolf, which is a bit scary. But you need to keep him there. And there's stand firm being good. I think we should definitely punch the white here. The block's really important, although your opponent's not using it that effectively. But also the difference between AV8 and AV9 is massive, and flesh columns have got fixed skull. So yeah, there was no reason not to reroll that one because we had 3 rerolls left. Skull and skull. So this is the key turn for your opponent. If he wants to win the match, he really needs a scoring threat here, which is this guy. And he should make that, you know. He just needs to move that beastman. Then this wolf gets the ball, gives it to him. This wolf runs so far away. And then zombies come in and get in the way, basically. Because he has no rerolls, he might be best moving the wolf first, actually. Which we're now doing. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Might as well GFI to there, then hand off. But it's gonna fail. Oh. Okay, stay there. I mean, wolves are very fast, so that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2 GFIs. I do think it was better to do the GFI there, though, now, and try the handoff. Because if that works, you cannot blitz that wolf very easily. Compared to now, you can blitz that wolf very, very easily. This is not a screen. Getting away with block on the only players that have it. Yep. Okay, there's not much to be said here. You have to try and knock him down. If that doesn't work, one of these two has to dodge and blitz the wolf. Yeah, there's not much more to it than that, and you have to do it in that order. You can't risk anything else. You have to try and get the ball down. And even then, it's difficult, you know, because wherever you push him to, the ball might go out of bounds. And even if it doesn't, this wolf can score, so you have to blitz him. If you push him back, he's then out of range of scoring. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 GFIs. And then this is the only scoring threat, so then you just have to get as many guys onto him as possible. So if he does the blitz, then he stands on the wolf, and then he dodges onto the wolf, and he dodges onto the wolf, and maybe gets in the way. That's the best option here, I think. That helps a lot. Oh, the knockdown helps. I was wondering if that wasn't a knockdown, if that was just pushes. I think I would have kept it. Push into there, stand here, and then you're saving the reroll to get him onto this wolf as well. I think that's better. Particularly if, you know, you reroll that block and it fails. It's just a 3+ from scoring. Now the ball comes backwards, that's kind of lucky. So yeah, big mistake there. Should not have stayed here after that blitz. Should have based this wolf. He's the scoring threat and the only player that matters on this pitch right now. That's nice. No removals for Chaos, but that's what happens with Baby Chaos. Okay, so your opponent here. I mean, this isn't too difficult. He could... He's going to have to just dodge this guy. Pick up, dodge, hand off, score. Oh, we can maybe blitz the Chaos Warrior here. Or blitz this Beastman, one or the other. This isn't it. But yeah, the opponent could have scored from here. I mean, he's done pretty well to go 6 turns with no rerolls. Oh, this looks like your opponent doesn't realise that you can't blitz and hand off. So if that's the case, that makes sense. You know, the blitz is better from him, if that was allowed, but it's not. So yeah. Would we re-roll that? I think I might re-roll that. I'm also trying to weigh up if it's worth fouling on these players. Like, is it worth fouling that white? But probably not, actually. And this is the right order, so this gives this guy 2 die. And we get 1. Struggling with removals, but oh well. Yeah, may as well re-roll that one, I think, too. Probably felt a bit frustrating, not getting any removals there. And having a warrior injured and a beastman that fortunately comes back. This would really hurt, this next half. Okay, let's see what your opponent does with this setup. In fact, I'm just going to skip forwards. That's a bit strange, but okay. Okay, I don't know what the setup's doing, but fine. I would blitz a white to the side. And this is nice. This offensive setup. I really like this. Oh, that's horrible. What I was going to say was, the main thing with a offensive setup is being worried about the blitz. You don't want to have everybody on the line of scrimmage, or a blitz is really bad. So I wouldn't have minded 2 of the players from these 3 being on the sidelines, like here and here maybe, and then your opponent just really doesn't have a good way through if he does get a blitz. Whereas right now he does, you know, if he gets a blitz and the ball goes around here or around here, these players come in, the zombie might have to GFI, but then you could blitz with this guy and the wolf can come and reach it. So yeah, the main, other than obviously trying to get as many blocks, or at least the 3 blocks that you're given on the line of scrimmage, I think the most important thing with the offensive setup is protecting against the blitz, because that can just lose you the game before you even take a turn. May as well follow up, I think. But if not, that's fine. Get the stun too. Yeah, I like him taking the block, so you can put me here, taking the block. 3 knockdowns is good, no removals is a bit of a shame, but yeah, we're not going to get a lot of removals for a while. It's chaos. Now, do you reroll this? Do you reroll this? In hindsight, no. I don't think I would have rerolled that one. I mean, you're looking at what's then going to threaten the ball, and it's mostly the wolves. So it's this wolf, and this wolf would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Double GF around here, but if he does that, he's probably quite exposed. Or alternatively, you know, if you did set up where you had 2 players here, 2 players here, You can go for that pickup then, and there's not really anything to worry about if you fail the pickup, and you are going to fail pickups for a long time as Chaos. And I think you just have to accept a lot of them, so you want to do everything else first. Go for the pickup, and if it fails early, don't re-roll it for the most part. I wouldn't have re-rolled that one, but then it could have gone really horribly badly from there. You know, the golem could have black blitzed in here, knocked him down, sat the golem in here, and then these guys could have come around. It would have been a little bit like how the first half went, but in reverse. Now it does make sense to base up quite a lot with the zombies. That is what they're for. So he's pressuring the ball. He sent a wolf quite deep for it, and the other wolf won't be as much of a problem. Though this probably does feel like quite a lot of pressure on the ball. Now with just the one wolf there, so this turn you're looking to not fall over. Definitely blitz this wolf, I think. Something goes really badly wrong, that wolf can score. So the wolf is the blitz target. Push him back here somewhere. Probably don't base the white this time, but have some players like screening off here. Probably take these blocks while we still have a reroll. Bring this guy back and actually just let's protect the ball around here. Maybe take this block. Yeah, might as well take that block. That's a great animation. So the stun kind of helps. I think not following up is the right call there with it, with wanting to be a bit farther back with where the ball is right now. Okay, so that's the simple blocks. I'll just leave this beastman here. I very much think we should have gone for the blitz before the pickup. With the pickup being the, you know, the 3+, the 1 in 3 to fail that, or the 1 in 9 on the blitz, you'd probably, well, you'd definitely re-roll either of them failing. But you want the blitz first. There's just such a better outcome from the blitz, potentially, compared to the pickup. Because if the pickup fails, which can happen, you know, quite easily, 1 in 9, you are screwed, because this white blitzes him off. Potentially the wolf just comes and picks the ball, dodges off and scores. Whereas the blitz, you know, you get a push, fine. You get a 1 in 9, you can re-roll that. You can't re-roll the 1 in 9 of the ball. I know that's obviously if you re-roll the 3+ pickup that fails twice. Potentially you get knocked down, you can put him here, and then he's based on the player, and he can't just move where he wants unless he blitzes this player. If he blitzes that player, he needs to bring in an assist, probably. Yeah, shutting off the blitz. But we do have a cage. Now we just push. Yeah, at this point I think I just push him away. Oh, okay. I guess that's not bad. That's not bad. And yeah, maybe should have taken that block. Yeah. Yeah, I don't dislike it. It's a tough call, that one. Because you sort of want to keep these guys tied up together. But and either he takes the one tie with the zombie, or he well, he takes the 2 die with the flesh golem, and the zombie's free. The zombie can only move 4. If anybody levels up, I don't think they have done yet, but if we get any levels, then it's super boring but I would recommend block. And that was a frenzy trap, which he totally got away with. So that was a push. This ends up being like a strength 3 1 assist against a strength 4 with 1 assist. But it makes sense to pressure the ball a bit there. Okay, so this is a situation where you want to cage up again, but probably leave the players where they are. So I think one of these guys has to base this white there, so that this warrior can take the blitz. And as long as it's not a turnover, then the ball's free, and you've got another 4 players free, and they can form a cage over here. If he does get the knockdown, maybe you follow up, maybe you don't. I'm not sure. This is a tough one because, you know, we're already outnumbered by a warrior, which is quite big. But yeah, I think I'd just be looking to first just cage up again somewhere. There's plenty of time yet to score. So yeah, take that and see how it plays out. Okay, we're doing it this way. Now, when I said cage up, I did mean around here somewhere. This looks fine, but it's actually quite bad because your opponent now has a much easier time of just blocking this cage in here to the side. And we're not elves, so we can't just pivot around from it very easily. So a cage near the sideline, even if it's a full cage, which this looks like it's going to be, is a bad thing. Because your opponent can just line up all his players. You can even do an elf screen. You know, you can have 2 players there, someone here, and you're not moving. And then you can also like stick a golem in there. You can blitz the golem, put it on the ball. So that's a strength 4 blitz. If it gets knocked down, you're in all sorts of trouble. If you don't get knocked down on the golem, you're in trouble. All that stuff. So, you know, good that we're fully caging up again. That is nice. But it's basically it's a trap. Is caging near the sideline as a slower bash team. Particularly early chaos anyway. So this warrior, I think, should have stood here. So this wolf can't just go anywhere, and he also can't really blitz his way free. Can't get the assists in to blitz this warrior with the wolf, or even anybody else. He could stand the wolf up and then blitz with the golem, but then that's taking the blitz away from, you know, elsewhere. I think that warrior should have gone here. Now I think we'll end up having to look at going back around this side. So yeah, that's a good spot. Yeah, this wolf is free, so you can stand there. Oh, there's the white 9 at last. He can stand around here. Yeah, as long as he has another player in here, you can't really get past. As it is though, you kind of can do, because you can take the 1 die here and then blitz through. Oh yeah, that's the blitz, of course it is. And it's another frenzy trap, and it's so frustrating when Necro don't get punished by those. Which always tends to happen, you know. If that's a push, that's straight into a red die and doesn't have blocks, so that's quite dangerous. But yeah, they never get punished for those ones. So it probably feels the same. That you don't have many options here. I think you just have to come back around to here with the ball, which means probably blitzing the wolf, which either means him coming there and blitzing him, pushing him this way, or coming around and blitzing that way, which might be better actually. Yeah, but then we're getting players tied up on this golem. That's bad news. Yeah, I think we just have to come back here and reevaluate. Yeah, I don't mind him following up. I have to make something happen here. Yeah, there's the blitz on the wolf. Have to reroll that one. You can put him somewhere. I'm guessing he's going to stay there. No, he's not. Okay, that's fine. Right, the next move, I think, needs to be the ball. And we're looking at more of a screen than a cage. It would be like this player around here, one of these players here, another player here. This feels like way too many players on the golem to me. Because if you get a push, or worse, that's bad news. Probably thought that was a 2-die, which would be understandable. That's why I was wondering if he would not follow up and then you get the assist this way. Yeah, that's a shame. Okay, well, let's see what your opponent does with that. He could surf the ball fairly easily, actually. I think that was a mistake. I think the golem here should have blocked the beastman if he gets knocked down. Stick a zombie in here and you can just 1-die surf the ball. So that's block being a good skill. In a lot of trouble now. We're finally to both down and it breaks the warrior's armor, of course. Alright, what can we do here? Not a lot, it has to be said. There's probably some crazy chain push, which won't help us at all, that we can do. Like, this beastman can blitz the white here, and if he gets knocked down you can push either of these players free. Don't push him into the golem because he's stand firm and he'll just stand firm. But you could push one of these free, so you might as well push the warrior free at that point, I think, and you have someone with strength to mount some kind of defense with, and then he's free, the ball's free, this guy's free, and this guy's free, and that's enough to protect the ball a little bit. It's looking kind of dicey. But that's the focus right now, is just how can you keep the ball safe. I think this is a match that's going to show just how good stand firm is and how good flesh golems are. Maybe it's how good block is. There was options there. I wonder if there's anything better to do. That seems fine. Ooh. Oh, we got some SPP at least. Oh, he regenerates, of course. Okay, so this is now a base cage against strength 4. This guy's obviously getting surfed straight away, so we know. Zombie standing here, he gets surfed, so the zombie stands here, he can block him down, and then he can hit the ball. Yeah, with block, which won't be so bad. That's nice, using the blitz over here to get this player free and back over. Maybe this is your scoring threat now. Maybe he keeps going. And you force him to try and mark him, and if he doesn't mark him, that's your scoring threat. Which is worth doing. Especially in a blizzard, you know, if he carries on to here, he doesn't get marked. Potentially there's a play where you can pass him the ball and run away to the edge, and then you're out of the range of the wolves. They're just so fast. Inevitably he's going to go straight for this surf. But he's moving his players first, which is very good. Oh wow. That's not Seth. He's dead. Or he's a zombie. So probably really feeling the difference in numbers now. Oh, there is a white missing at least. He should have followed up there for sure. Should definitely have followed up and be on the ball. And then, you know, maybe stand firm, keep him on the ball. We're out of rerolls, which is a bit dicey. But yeah, if the spaceman moved down here, maybe that's your way out. You could blitz him and come and maybe chuck in the ball if he doesn't get marked up. It's about as good as anything else right now. So it looks like a cage. I would say it's not really a cage when it's outnumbered and based up like this. That helps. That helps a lot. But it's back. But it's a base cage, you know. There's a way in. There's a not unlikely way in. That helps a lot actually. But even so, you know, there's a one die here, just a push, and he can then hit the ball. If he had another white around, that's not bad odds. Oh, there's the other 1 in 9. It's both rerolls gone. So your opponent was extremely unlucky to start the first half. I thought the rest of it was then pretty lucky not to suffer a turnover. At least some time it mattered. So yeah, there's a one die there. And that could have been a one die onto the ball. But even this is bad news. Yeah, now this turn, with no other options, now this is don't lose the game. This is play for a draw territory. So I think that should have been a follow-up, and that gives us a block here. Oh, he's already got a 2 die there. This is the more important one, though. I think I would have taken this first. Oof. Well, we got a stun at least. Okay, so your opponent should be looking for a scoring threat, which means getting this guy out of the way and getting the wolf down here. That'll do it. That will do it. Basically, this wolf's just going to stand around here somewhere now. Probably won't do, but that's what I think he should do. And then I guess this wolf blitzes the ball. Oh, no. We're going for another frenzy trap, which again doesn't get punished. There he goes. There he goes. Okay. How do you not lose from here? Well, you just block the wolf, right? And then take a step back or so. I'll do. He goes there, he blitzes the wolf, he stands here. That's about as safe as you can get. Oh, it's KO. I was starting to think, I wouldn't even mind. Just for style points, foul with the ball carrier there. Now, with no scoring threats for your opponent, yeah, he might as well take that. Nice pass. Oh, yeah, it's his turn now. But obviously, if that wolf was around, you don't take that. Okay, well, I guess that's the game. I think there's quite a few things in there. There's certainly some very specific things which I think should have been done differently. And that's the whole point of the College League and the mentor system, is being able to point those out. I mean, it's very easy to backseat drive this game. You can watch something with no pressure of playing, point out all sorts of stuff that you probably not do yourself. Like if I was playing this, I'd have made so many more mistakes than what I've talked about. But yeah, one thing that really struck me was how much I was saying to base up to, like, oh, there's the friends trap that's again not punished at all. It's just the way it is. So we actually got more arbor breaks, but it really didn't feel like it. 1 KO, 1 injury to 2 and 2. But this is actually possibly the most important stat from the match. We had more blocks than the opponent, and that is the thing to aim for. If you're taking more blocks, you're kind of doing something wrong as a match team, or at least it's really the one to focus on, is reducing the blocks your opponent gets, maximizing the blocks that you take. That's obviously like the fundamentals of a bash team. But even an elf team wants to be doing the same. An elf team wants to be minimizing the blocks they take, but also maximizing the blocks that they inflict. Is it worth looking at these? Not today, I don't think. So I'll talk about setups, because I wanted to do that. Let's just create a chaos team that looks the same quite quickly. Oh, it gave me Minotaur. Right, what's that? That's 11 players. Damn it. Okay, similar looking team. So I wanted to talk about defensive setups. Yeah. Find the team. That one. Okay. Other than that, from the last match, yeah, the thing I most talked about before it was not taking blocks, and then was talking all the time about you should base up these players so they can't move. Really depending on the situation, when you're pressuring the ball against a non-agile team, that can be a very good way to win. Is you just remove all their good options of players being able to move around and do what they want to, and even just not when you're pressuring the ball. I think there was a few times we got a knockdown and maybe putting them in a different place, or didn't follow up when we could have done. Like no real cast. Oh, shut up. They've won, so they want to go offense. Okay, so here's your fresh team on defense. One setup that I created is this sort of corners, or what do I call it? I don't know. Anyway, we'll get there in a second. So you just have 3 players in the middle, and the rest of your players are in this layout, but not in these positions. And the point is to minimize how easy it is for your opponent to blitz any of your backfield. So with the normal sort of protect 5, you're giving up a blitz on the 3 players at the front, which is a choice. But as a stronger team, I think something like this is a lot better. So you've got your strength 4 on the outside. Pretend this isn't a crazy high TV chaos team. To get a block in here, they might have to, base you with guard, and that straight away gives you a counter block that you get to take. Or, you know, even if they've got a strength 4 blitz, maybe they have to base someone like that to sit someone here to then blitz this beastman, and then they're stuck on the warrior. I can't remember what name I gave this, but I really like this setup, or some version of it. Particularly if you have a minotaur as well, you know, you can set a minotaur on the corner, gives you another warrior to go here or here. These two in the middle, this guy's obviously your super protected player, so that's probably your killer, because that's who they're looking to kill whenever they get the opportunity. So maybe this is your ball carrier, because they need knockdowns in all three of the flyers, but then they also need to have left themselves a way through to blitz this guy. I'm running out of time. Basically, it's very unlikely or rare that they get to blitz this player with a strength 4 blitz from this tile without having to come in from this one or this one. So it's all about, yeah, forcing them to base you to get a good blitz in, or else take a 1 die, or surprisingly, what happens the most is they just don't even blitz you at all. They might use the blitz on the LOS players that they don't knock down. So this is my go-to as Chaos, or similar teams like Nurgle, on defense. It's either that, and it's better the better the team is. You know, when these players themselves have guard, it becomes so much better. And then if they have stand firm, it becomes amazing. And that's what I aim for. Alternatively, so pretend this Minotaur is not a Minotaur for a second. Let's do another setup on this side. So we have 3 beastmen in the middle there. One of the very standard formations is chevrons that looks like this. So this is an anti-agility setup. Let me get my team set up here. So either this sort of corner, 2 corners formation is my main defense that I would use against most teams, but against an agility team to begin with, I'd use chevrons like this. You probably want a Chaos Warrior on the outside like this, so they can't easily blitz through the sideline and get some players through. So this is, you know, for elf teams or Skaven or just someone with high agility and high movement, stop getting through easily. But I should have changed the turn timer. But when the team gets more developed, I actually like to make it look like this, where it's just one big line. And the reason for that is everybody has guards by that point. So it looks something like this. So it's even harder actually, you know, to they can't slot a guard in here, like where he was, and blitz him out the way. And this is probably a warrior swapped with him, and it's just very hard to get past. But obviously, it opens up potentially any player to a blitz, which feels kind of bad. But if you watch any of my streams with my high TV Nurgle, I'll do this against an agility team, I'll do that against any other team. And it works quite well, so I recommend those two. But yeah, to begin with, normal chevrons. You don't have any skills, and a warrior there, and a warrior there, and a warrior here, and a warrior here. And everybody else is a beastman, and these guys in the middle. And yeah, you know, they can block these guys out of the way and maybe get through the middle here. If they do that, you're not too upset, because they won't get a lot of distance. Then they'll have players here, and you can just swarm in on them if you want to. But mostly playing against agility teams is just not letting them past. And dealing with the few who do get past, that kind of thing. Okay, I will leave that there before I fall asleep. So that's week 1. I hope this is useful, and I hope I am understandable. I hope you can tell what I'm saying, because I'm not the clearest. Yeah, you know, let me know what you get out of this. If you want more information on, let me know. Or just, you know, any feedback at all would be appreciated to know what to improve. Okay, see you next week.